The Apache women said, "We will give your baby milk, but you must marry one of us." Their words shocked everyone. The wind blew hard across the big desert. It carried dust and the feeling of a coming storm. A tough cowboy named Jack had been traveling for days in this empty place. He was trying to find a safe spot for himself and the baby he had found just a few hours ago. He had found the tiny infant lying alone in the cold sand, left behind with only a torn blanket. The baby's cries rang out in the quiet desert. Jack felt his heart grow strong as he picked up the child. He could not leave the baby here to die, but he did not know where to go for help. He was all alone in this harsh land. As the sun went down and the sky turned orange, Jack saw something move far away. He felt that something was not right. 3 women appeared. They walked out of the desert like the wind had brought them. They wore traditional Apache clothes. They looked very strong and brave, which was very different from the weak baby in Jack's arms. The women's faces were hidden by their wide hats, but they felt very powerful. Jack stepped back and held the baby tighter, waiting for trouble. But the women walked closer. Their faces did not show any feelings. The woman in the middle stepped forward and looked at the child. She was tall, with skin darkened by the sun. Her clothes had beautiful designs on them. She looked both strong and calm. For a moment, Jack did not know if she was a friend or an enemy. She raised her hand to tell Jack to stop. "We will give your baby milk," she said. Her voice was low but clear. "But you must marry one of us." The words stayed in Jack's mind. Friends, this is a very tough spot for Jack to be in. Before we find out what he says, don't forget to tell us where you are watching from and what time it is there. And if you haven't yet, please click the like button and subscribe so you don't miss the end of the story. Jack's eyes went wide. He was confused, but he was also very thankful. These women were strangers, but they were offering help in a place where it was hard to stay alive. But they had a big demand. Jack felt the weight of it. The woman who spoke was the leader. "The child is hungry, tired, and cold," she said. "We have milk, but there is a price. You have no other choice." She looked at the other 2 women. One of them had dark eyes and a small smile. The other was tall and thin and looked at him with interest. Jack's mind moved fast. He could not say no. He only thought about the baby and its sad cries. He had to act fast to save the child. The idea of marriage felt very strange. He knew about Apache ways, but he had never been close to them before. This was all very new to him. The leader stepped closer and looked right at him. "Do not question us. We know what is best for the child. You stay with us or you leave with nothing." Jack could not argue. The baby needed milk and he needed help. He nodded slowly. He didn't know how this would change his life, but he agreed. The 3 women led him across the desert to a nearby cave where they had a camp. A fire glowed inside. Jack followed him, still feeling shocked. Inside, the women sat him down and started to prepare milk for the baby. They moved quickly and knew exactly what to do. The world outside was dangerous, but inside the cave it felt warm and safe. Jack watched the women. Each one was strong. They were not afraid of him. They were women of the desert, and Jack knew his life was now in their hands. He looked at the baby, who was now quiet and drinking the milk. He felt happy the baby was safe, but he knew his future had just changed forever. In the days that followed, Jack began to learn the ways of the Apache women. Their life was very different. The leader, Naeli, told him that staying there meant he had to work and follow their laws. It wasn't just about the baby anymore. It was about living with them. Naeli was a strong leader. Her sisters, Tala and Sani, were also firm. Tala was younger and liked to smile, while Sani was quiet and wise. They gave Jack a place to sleep. The baby, whom Jack named Sam, grew strong under their care. Jack was very glad for that. But the promise of marriage was always there. He had to prove he was a good man. He had to work hard and learn how to survive in the desert. As time passed, the deal they made was always on his mind. It wasn't about love, he was about staying alive. Jack felt a bond growing with Naeli because she was so strong. but he also knew that his choice would change him forever. One evening, as the sun set, Naeli came to him. "You have lived with us long enough," she said. "The child is safe, but now you must choose. Marry one of us or leave. There is no other way." Jack's heart beat fast. This was the big moment. His future and the baby's future depended on his answer. He looked at Sam sleeping by the fire, and then at Naeli. Her eyes showed a promise of safety and a place to belong. Jack took a deep breath. His choice would change everything. Jack is about to make a choice that will change his life. What would you do if you were him? Let us know in the comments. And tell us one more time where you were watching from and the time. Please like and subscribe for more cowboy stories.